Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing a everyday makeup look. It's pretty simple. All you're gonna need is 5 easy steps. Please subscribe if you guys are new to this channel, like, and leave me a comment if you guys really enjoyed this look or what you guys want to see next. So let's just get right into the video. So first things first, please wash your hands, especially in this pandemic, whatever. So I made sure I did that. And the next step, which is not included in the beauty steps, this is just what I do before my makeup. I'm going to be using some moisturizer, and the moisturizer, I'm going to be using 2, but I'm using this one by Derma E. It's the vitamin C renewing moisturizer. So this just helps to make you look more awake. The reason why I use 2 is because I feel like this one doesn't give me enough moisture. I do have sensitive skin and combination skin, so I feel like this isn't enough moisture for me personally, and I always push upwards when I'm putting this because we want to go against the gravity. We don't want to do premature wrinkles like my girl Jackie Aina be saying. And the next moisturizer I'm going to be using is by The Ordinary, which I found this at Ulta, and these guys are really inexpensive. I think this was like maybe $8-9, which is pretty cheap, and a lot of their other products for skin are amazing. I'm thinking about doing a dedicated video on skincare next, so if you guys like to see that, let me know. So I'm just gonna put this on quickly. And this one, definitely you could tell the difference because the other one is more awakening. I feel like it tends to, I don't know, I just like to feel the feeling of moisturizer. This one's definitely a lot thicker, and because I feel like I'm more combination, like in these areas I tend to get like dry patches, so I just make sure to blend that in well into my skin. And don't forget the neck, because that is an important part of the skin that I feel like a lot of us tend to forget. So how have you guys been doing during this pandemic? I am curious. I have low-key been going crazy being in this house with my mom and my stepdad for, I don't know, what, 2 going on 3 months. And I do try to step away as much as I can, you know, to get exercise and, you know, for mental beings, like just step away, take a walk around the neighborhood. Please wear your mask to protect yourselves, but just take a walk, you know, look at nature, you know, exercise, do whatever you need to do. But I know it can be very stressful in this time. So the first number 1 step of everyday makeup look is going to be your brows. And I just start off by brushing my brow hairs upward. I did already kind of like trim them. They're kind of mostly clean. And just in case you guys are curious, I'm using this Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. And I like this one because number 1, it has a spoolie on one end, so I don't have to get 2 brushes, you know, a spoolie and a brush. And it has this really fine, you know, brush, angled brush. And for my brows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Dip Brow in the color Ebony. So I'm just going to go into that. Really? These people are trying to sabotage me. So what I like to do first, I basically do the outline at the bottom, try to outline the top, and then I start filling in the inside. Now I just felt like using the dip brow. I feel like I get a more full brow that way. If I'm really on the go and fast, I use the brow pencil by NYX. If I can find it, that'd be great. Oh, here it is. So I use the NYX brow pencil. It's the micro brow pencil, and I use the color Espresso, which I feel like still tends to be a little reddish on me. I don't know. And sometimes I toggle between ebony and, let me see, what's the other color? I believe it's dark brown. Yeah, dark brown, which is a little bit lighter, like a warmer brown. But I just feel like it's harder to like fill in the brow, if that makes sense. Like when I'm trying to go for those bushy, you know, natural brow, I definitely tend to go for that one. If I'm like, listen, I need my brows to be slayed, I know nobody's gonna think this is real, but I go for the ebony. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like this is for every day, going to work, you know, doing whatever you do on a daily basis. And I know you guys, or you women, guys, anybody can relate that if you don't have your brows on, you feel like you're naked. It's almost like wearing earrings. Like if I don't have earrings on, girl, I have to come back home and get my earrings. Or actually, I keep an extra pair of earrings in my car for that specific reason, because I have been known to do that. Do you guys ever have that one brow that just won't cooperate? That's my right eyebrow. It's like, sis, why won't you cooperate like this sweetie over here? And the funny thing is, when you're really not even trying to do your brows like bomb, they come out like so good. But when you're really sitting there trying to perfect it and like have the time to like go into your brows, they come out looking crazy. Well, next thing we're gonna do is carve out the brows. I'm gonna be using Tarte Shape Tape in the color Deep Tan Sand. And that's also the color we're gonna use for concealer. This is the closest that I found that's like everyday. It still kind of gives me like a highlight effect, but it's like the closest to my skin tone. So we're just gonna clean up the brows. And because we're doing a more natural look, I'm just gonna do underneath the brow. I'm not gonna do above because I feel like it'll look too obvious. Listen, they're sisters, not twins, like James Charles says, okay? So they don't look exactly the same. Try not to get frustrated with yourself and like try to sit there and perfect it, because 9 times out of 10, what you'll do is just make it worse. And I know because I've been there. So now what I like to do is drag that down towards the eye, and we're gonna just blend this side to side so there's not that much of a harsh line. All right, now that I think my brows look pretty decent, and by the way, I'm sorry, I just took an angled brush just to carve it, and then I used just a brush like this to blend it in. You just have to use anything that you think works for that area. But the next step that we're going to be doing, step number 2, is going to be the concealer, which, like I said, I'm using Tarte Shape Tape in the color Deep Sand. So we're just going to take some under the eye, and I do have a few blemishes or like red spots that I want to cover, so I'm just going to go lightly. And yes, this pimple did come to sabotage me when I'm doing an everyday look, so thanks, sis, appreciate it. So now we're going to blend that in. I'm actually gonna let that sit just for a few seconds. I feel like when I go in with it right away, it just kind of like dissipates, and I tend to have to go over it again. So I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit. But tell me what you guys have been up to. Like, I'm really curious because I've been going crazy. I did find a new app that I've been seeing a whole bunch of people use, which is called House Party, and me and my friends and my entire family have gone on there. It's so it's so much fun. It's like you're in a house party, but everybody's in their own house, and they have like games and everything like that. Obviously this is not sponsored. I'm just saying you guys should check it out because it really was fun for me and my family and my friends. So now that we feel like that's been sitting for a while, we're just gonna blend that in, and I'm just using this Morphe contour sponge, and we're just gonna blend that. So the trick is to not go past the end of your brow, so try to stay in that vicinity. Now for the spots that we just went for the blemishes, I'm just gonna use this brush. And the brush that I use to go over the blemishes is the Jacqueline X Morphe collection in the JH08. Sorry, I'm blind. 08 brush. And then I'm just gonna go back with the sponge of those places that I went over the brush with. So I think that looks kind of good. I still see a little bit of darkness, so I'm just gonna go over it one more time. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. So next step, which is step number 3, is gonna be obviously to set the concealer. And to do that, I'm gonna be using the Fit Me powder in the color medium deep, or number 30. And obviously I'm not going anywhere right now, but if I were going somewhere and I'm trying to be fast, I like to use a pressed powder. So I'll use like this NYX HD finishing powder, and this just dab, 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 press it on, keep it moving. Now on to step number 4 is bronzer. And I like this bronzer by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is the mahogany color. It definitely warms up the skin, and it does turn to have like a reddish tone, but I really like it. It really brings, you know, when I'm doing this like natural no makeup look, I like to use this, especially when I take pictures. It just makes me look bomb, girl. Okay, trust me. So I'm gonna be using this big bronzer brush by Jaclyn Hill and Morphe, and it's the 02. So this is just depends on you, but I'm gonna do my nose contour, which is included in the bronzer. Step number 5 is blush, and I'm using this Fit Me blush by Maybelline, and I have the color Berry. So I'm just gonna take this Luxie 514 brush. So obviously it's been loved, so I'm just gonna press that into the blush, and I dip in a lot because I feel like it doesn't give enough payoff, but I'm just gonna smile and try to press that in. Okay, so I think that looks good. I'm gonna go over with this big brush just in the areas where I think it might look a little too much. Okay, and that's all the steps to make this easy everyday look. This step is not needed, but I love highlighters, so I need to. So I'm going to be using this Jeffree Star 24 karat highlighter. Oh my gosh, like I love these colors. I'm just gonna go in with King Tut today. I'm just gonna dab in there and just put that in your areas where your cheekbones are the highest. And then also I'm just gonna put this in my inner tear duct, on my nose. And on my brow bones, on the very high end. Okay guys, so this is pretty much it. I'm gonna put on mascara and some lip gloss, which, let's see, I'm gonna be using Lights Camera lashes. Sometimes I do this, sometimes I don't. Honestly, I don't have the longest lashes ever, but I don't know, it just depends on what I'm doing. Like the other day I went on a hike with my friends and I kind of did this look, but without the mascara, because even though this one doesn't really run on me, I hate to have like water lines, or if I sweat, like it runs, you know what I mean? And the reason why I didn't add the mascara and the lip gloss to the steps, because like I said, they're just optional. All right, and for the lip gloss, I'm going to be using this lip gloss by Morphe. It's the Free Bird lip gloss, and it's kind of like a nudish brown. As you can see, it's been loved. I need to get more. How many of us have been doing a lot of online shopping? Like, I'm guilty. But it's like, what do you expect? They have the beauty event, they have the hair event, they have all these sales. It's like, am I supposed to sit here and like ignore saving money on makeup? No. All right guys, so this is the final look. This is it. Tell me what you guys thought about this look. I know a lot of people always say like, wow, your makeup looks so good when I do these like natural no makeup days. So I wanted to make a dedicated video to show you guys how easy it was to create this. I literally did this look in like 25 minutes, and that's because I was talking to you guys. Usually it would take me like 15-20 minutes. So if you guys enjoyed this look, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you guys are new to my page, and welcome. And that is everything, guys.